Hello and welcome back to another beer review. I'm Ben the Beer Lad, and today I'm going to be doing a Turning Point beer. This one is in collaboration with Northern Monk. Here it is. This is a bourbon barrel aged Death Matter custard, and this is a chocolate custard stout at 14%. Lovely stuff. And yeah, collaboration with Northern Monk. Picked this one up from the Market Bottle Shop. I got the last one, so it's not going to be there anymore. Luckily, got the last one as well. So yeah, if you're looking for this one, I will just leave the links down below for this, if you can find it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. The guff on the back says, "The Custard Sessions 2024 Ultimate Decadence returns. After a year-long slumber in bourbon barrels, when monks and space cadets collide, there are only two certainties, death and custard." Says that there. And I like this can art. It's just a nice simple bronze coloured can, and it's got the Northern Monk there, skeleton monk, which I believe is on Death, their Imperial Stout. Bear with me a second. There we go. Yeah, I believe it's on Death, their Imperial Stout. I think I've not actually had that. Apparently it's really nice. It is not a vegan friendly beer because it's got milk in, but yeah, with all that said, let's crack it open and see what we got. It's a 330 can, so it's on the smaller side compared to what I've had recently in like stout fashion. So yeah, let's see what we got. Just had the missus look at me when I said 14%. She picked this beer to have tonight. Gave her a number between 1 and 3. She picked this one. And when I said 14, she went, "How much?" So, there's the beer. Nice jet black beer. I'm getting death eyes. Jet black beer with a nice tanned, compact head. That looks absolutely gorgeous. Let's get a smell and see what we get, shall we? Roasted malts, dark chocolate, milk chocolate as well. It's a nice balance of both. It's got a nice nutty smell. Hazelnuts, pistachios. It smells really, really nice. Let's get a mouthful for body and carb, shall we? Carbs light, body's medium full, somewhere there. It's nice, it's creamy. It's oily, quite velvety, soft, smooth. Like I said, light carb. So far so good. Let's get a big old taste, shall we? Cheers. So, first thing, alcohol, 14%, none. It's very, very well hidden. You don't get any sort of indication that it's a 14% stout. It's a very, very well hidden beer. Flavour, first thing you get, chocolate, nice, rich, creamy chocolate. More milk than dark. You do get a hint of dark chocolate, a sort of bitter richness to it, but it's more on the creamy, lactosey, sweeter side. Milk chocolate and custard. You do get custard. It's really, really impressive what they've done. It reminds me of, what is the custard company called? What's the custard company called? Yeah, it reminds me of Ambrosia. They released a chocolate custard. Do you not remember that? Years ago, they released a chocolate custard. And it was probably the best thing as a child I had ever eaten. Delicious. So, so good. This reminds me of that. This is a nice chocolatey, but also custardy kick. Rest on a bed of roasted malts, and by that I mean a hint of roasted malts, dark chocolates, and nuts, hazelnuts specifically. It's like a custardy Nutella, best way to describe it. Mix custard and Nutella together, and that's what I think it will taste like. I've never done that, but I think that's what it tastes like. Nice chocolatey, custardy, and pardon me, hazelnutty flavour. It's really, 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 really nice. I don't think I can describe how good this is without someone trying it with me. It is so, so good. Chocolate, custard, yeah, it's there. Northern Monk as well. From what I've seen, I've not had Northern Monk in a little bit. It's been a while since I've reviewed some Northern Monk, but if you go to the Beer Dad's Beer Reviews channel, any sort of Northern Monk that comes up, there's always a like 5-minute rant about them, about how they've just sort of gone downhill and they don't care anymore, and the beers they're making are just gimmick beers and it doesn't matter because they're just losing customers because they're selling them in the shops and on the websites, which I can understand. But this, if Northern Monk sell this or make something like this, I think that would win the Beer Dad over, personally. And I think that's a bold statement. Yeah, it's a delicious beer. It's very nice. I know it's a Turning Point main beer with a collaboration from Northern Monk, but Northern Monk still have a hand in what's going on. I've spoke to brewers before about how often and how much in a collaboration they actually get to collab. Do they just recommend a malt or two or a hop and just, you know, sit back and let the others do it? And it's not like that at all. There is a proper getting in, getting your hands dirty. You can't just say, let's do this malt, let's come up with this flavour, and the main brewer does it. They get involved. So Northern Monk, I'm going to assume, have gotten involved in this, gotten their hands dirty and actually put effort into making this, which is good, because it's an excellent beer. It's very nice. Yeah, I'm not getting into the whole Northern Monk thing because I've not had any of their stuff recently, so I can't say anything. But from what I've heard, if they're really going downhill and they're really going bad, they need to come up with stuff like this. They need to get back into this sort of stuff because this is delicious. This is exactly what I was expecting it to be. It's just delicious. Chef kiss. Great. So, Turning Point and Northern Monk. They're bourbon barrel aged. Oh, actually, bourbon barrel aged. What bourbon is that? Doesn't say. Because I'm not getting a lot of bourbon, and by that I mean I've just gave my flavours out, and bourbon barrel wasn't involved. So let's go. Oh, don't do that. I was going to give this a 9 because of how delicious it tastes and how good it is. But it's bourbon barrel aged, and usually with bourbon barrel aged you do get some sort of oaky, woody taste, smokiness, a bourbon flavour. I'm not getting. Might have to get to room temperature because this is cold. This is really cold. My fridge is freeze. Well, it's like 1 degree in my fridge. I might have to come back to when this is warm and this is room temperature to see if I can get bourbon. But at the minute I don't get any bourbon. Right. I'll come back when it's warm. But at the minute, Turning Point and Northern Monk's bourbon barrel aged Def Matter Custard, chocolate custard stout at 14% out of 10. It's getting an 8 at the minute. But I'll come back to when it's warm and when it's at room temperature and see if it's the bourbon and the barrel have come out a bit more. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. We'll find out. And if it does, I'll probably give it a higher rank because it deserves it. But at the minute, it's getting an 8 out of 10. So yeah, I'll be back when it's warm. So I'll see you in a bit.